Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Charlie Lawford. I'm the manager of the Orca Foundation in Plettenberg Bay. We run a marine program. We are trying to get people to conservate and educate people. With volunteers coming through to Plettenberg Bay, we are trying to get our bay proclaimed as a marine protected area. So the volunteers coming, spending between 2 to 8 weeks with us, are helping us achieve our goal. We go out to monitor our bay as to what's happening, to stop illegal trawlers coming into our bay and what life is in our bay to protect it. At the Orca Foundation, our normal programs run between 2 weeks and up to a year. We have various marine projects that we have on offer, and if you are going to spend less than 2 weeks with us, we can only touch the tip of the iceberg. Our one program that we are actually doing is basically all revolves around our bay. We are trying to get our bay proclaimed as a marine protective area. So we send volunteers out daily on boats to do various identifications on the various dolphin species, i.e. bottlenose dolphins, humpback dolphins, and our common dolphins that come through the bay. We monitor, we do a fin identification on them, trying to monitor which dolphins are coming through and how often they come through our bay. We also do a seahorse project, where we are currently trying to reintroduce seahorses back into the Knysna Lagoon that has been so threatened with all the development that has taken place in Knysna. Our volunteers spend a lot of time collecting seafood food and working on our seahorse project. We also do a fish tagging program tied up with the Oceanographic Research Institute in Durban, where we actually go out once a week onto the river, take the volunteers, teach them how to fish, and by the end of the day we have them tagging garrick or leervis in Plettenberg Bay. These fish are tagged, measured and put back into the estuary again, where at a later stage they will be recaptured with a little spaghetti tag on them that has got all the data. From that data we can track what distance these fish are travelling, how many days they've been free, and it actually helps with a lot of projects. We've got a very big social side as well, where our volunteers are very involved. We spend normally 1 day a week working up with our local community. In the last 10 years, we've started a creche up in our community, where we have 285 kids, 6 teachers and a principal. And with funds coming in through the Orca Foundation, we are able to pay for these teachers' salaries and feed these kids and give them 2 meals a day. So basically, their parents can go out and find a job and we take control of the small kids. In February 2012, we opened up a nursery school. We've currently got 75 kids in our nursery school. So from the nursery school, the kids can progress onto the creche and then from there onto a primary school. Our long-term goal is we'd like to one day eventually build a primary school where the kids can go all the way up to grade 7, standard 5 with good education. In Plettenberg Bay, we have a house for our volunteers. They do not stay in backpackers. We have a house with a person that looks after you. You have a person that does your washing and the cooking of all your food. We provide you with breakfast. Normally you can make lunch with sandwiches to bring to work during the day, and you have a cooked meal for dinner in the evening. A normal day of a volunteer with the Orca Foundation would start with breakfast being served at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 departing down to Ocean Blue Adventures where our offices are. You depart on a boat at 9:30 depending on the season. Winter from July through to end of November is our peak whale season. Our southern rights come through between July to end of September, and you might be lucky to see them mating out there, or a calf being born in the bay. Currently we've had 2 calves this season born in the bay, which has been absolutely spectacular. From September onwards we get the migration of the humpback whales coming through. They're around here till the end of November, beginning of December. In our summer months we get dolphins on the majority of our trips. Normally bottlenose dolphins, humpback dolphins and common dolphins. Common dolphins could be found in groups or pods of between 2,000 to 4,000 dolphins at a time, feeding on mainly the bait fish that's passing our bay, being pilchards or anchovies. On our way back from our boat trips, we normally pop into our seal colony. We've got a resident seal colony on the Robberg Nature Reserve of between 4,000 and 4,500 caged fur seals. After the seal colony, we return back to the beach. We have a spectacular beaching where the boat comes gliding up the beach at the end of our trip. From there, we walk up to our offices plus minus 500 meters from the beach, where you are greeted with teas and coffees. After our teas and coffees, we could depart down to the river, down to the estuary, where we will do a fish tagging program. And you'll be taught how to fish, and you'll go out and tag your first fish. For some of you, it might be the first time you've ever fished in your lives, but you are doing a lot for conservation. 1 o'clock, we'll return back either to the house or back to Ocean Blue, where you'll have your lunches that you have packed at the house. At 2 o'clock, we'll either depart for a carbon footprint program, and we've got Planet Green Ocean Blue, which is our carbon footprint program, where we help you offset your carbon emissions. For every week that you spend with us, we try and get you to plant 1 tree. We've got a reforestation project which is taking part up at the Crags, where you will reforest by taking out alien eradication and planting yellowwoods to put back into the natural environment. At 4:30, we'll return back to the house, which is based down in the Perkies, down at the river, where in the summer months you can go down and enjoy a nice swim in the river with dinner being served at 7 o'clock at night. One thing you should not forget to bring when coming to join us at the Orca Foundation is bring your camera and have a love and a respect for the oceans and our estuaries here in Plettenberg Bay. We look forward for you to come join us at the Orca Foundation to experience our marine life that we have in the bay and our estuaries. There is so much to be seen and so much to be done, and I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic stay in Plettenberg Bay at our home comfort house that we have down at the river.